What you do speaks so loudly that I cannot hear what you say. I have never let my schooling interfere with my education. If you can't yet do great things, do small things in a great way. If you really want to do something, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. Live out of your imagination, not your history. The greater the difficulty, the more the glory in surmounting it. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is a quiet voice at the end of the day saying, I will try again tomorrow. If the decisions you make about where you invest your blood, sweat, and tears are not consistent with the person you aspire to be, you'll never become that person. The only way of discovering the limits of the possible is to venture a little way past them into the impossible. Courage is the most important of all the virtues because without courage, you can't practice any other virtue consistently. I never look back, darling. It distracts from the now. The reason we struggle with insecurity is because we compare our behind the scenes with everyone else's highlight reel. Somewhere, something incredible is waiting to be known. I will not lose, for even in defeat, there's a valuable lesson learned, so it evens up for me. I do not try to dance better than anyone else. I only try to dance better than myself. If you don't risk anything, you risk even more. Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. We must reach out our hand in friendship and dignity both to those who would befriend us and those who would be our enemy. It's fine to celebrate success, but it is more important to heed the lessons of failure. I can't tell you how many times I've been given a no, only to find that a better, brighter, bigger yes was right around the corner. We need to accept that we won't always make the right decisions, that we'll screw up royally sometimes, understanding that failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of success. When everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. You cannot always control what goes on outside, but you can always control what goes on inside. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Hustle beats talent when talent doesn't hustle. Everything you've ever wanted is sitting on the other side of fear. The question isn't who is going to let me, it's who is going to stop me. Every strike brings me closer to the next home run. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Don't worry about failure, you only have to be right once. You carry the passport to your own happiness. Never let success get to your head and never let failure get to your heart. Ideation without execution is delusion. Make sure your worst enemy doesn't live between your own two ears. It is a rough road that leads to the heights of greatness. For the great doesn't happen through impulse alone, and is a succession of little things that are brought together. If we take care of the moments, the years will take care of themselves. Sometimes magic is just someone spending more time on something than anyone else might reasonably expect. It's not the will to win that matters, everyone has that. It's the will to prepare to win that matters. Never give up on a dream just because of the time it will take to accomplish it. The time will pass anyway. True humility is not thinking less of yourself, it is thinking of yourself less. The two most important days in your life are the day you're born and the day you find out why. Nothing ever goes away until it teaches us what we need to know. We can see through others only when we can see through ourselves. Relentlessly prune bullshit, don't wait to do things that matter, and savor the time you have. That's what you do when life is short. Learn as if you will live forever, live like you will die tomorrow. We cannot solve problems with the kind of thinking we employed when we came up with them. Stay away from those people who try to disparage your ambitions. Small minds will always do that, but great minds will give you a feeling that you can become great too. When you give joy to other people, you get more joy in return. You should give a good thought to happiness that you can give out. When you change your thoughts, remember to also change your world. It is only when we take chances, when our lives improve. The initial and the most difficult risk that we need to take is to become honest. Nature has given us all the pieces required to achieve exceptional wellness and health, but has left it to us to put these pieces together. Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts. It is better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. The road to success and the road to failure are almost exactly the same. Success usually comes to those who are too busy looking for it. Develop success from failures. Discouragement and failure are two of the surest stepping stones to success. There are 3 ways to ultimate success. The first way is to be kind. The second way is to be kind. The third way is to be kind. Success is peace of mind, which is a direct result of self-satisfaction and knowing you made the effort to become the best of which you are capable. I never dreamed about success. I worked for it. Success is getting what you want, happiness is wanting what you get. The pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees opportunity in every difficulty. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. If you are working on something that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you. Experience is a hard teacher because she gives the test first, the lesson afterwards. To know how much there is to know is the beginning of learning to live. Goal setting is the secret to a compelling future. Concentrate all your thoughts upon the work in hand. The sun's rays do not burn until brought to a focus. Either you run the day or the day runs you. I'm a greater believer in luck, and I find the harder I work the more I have of it. When we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. Opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. Setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. Try not to become a man of success, but rather become a man of value. One man with courage makes a majority. One secret of success in life is for a man to be ready for his opportunity when it comes. A man who has committed a mistake and doesn't correct it is committing another mistake. A successful man is one who can lay a firm foundation with the bricks others have thrown at him. The successful man will profit from his mistakes and try again in a different way. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. You've got to get up every morning with determination if you're going to go to bed with satisfaction. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. The most difficult thing is the decision to act, the rest is merely tenacity. You'll find that education is just about the only thing lying around loose in this world, and it's about the only thing a fellow can have as much of as he's willing to haul away. Take the attitude of a student, never be too big to ask questions, never know too much to learn something new. It is remarkable how much long-term advantage people like us have gotten by trying to be consistently not stupid, instead of trying to be very intelligent. You can't be that kid standing at the top of the water slide, overthinking it. You have to go down the chute. When I believe in something, I'm like a dog with a bone. And the day came when the risk to remain tied in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. The standard you walk past is the standard you accept. I've searched all the parks and all the cities and found no statues of committees. Success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. Keep your eyes on the stars, and your feet on the ground. Perfection is not attainable. But if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. Get a good idea and stay with it. Dog it, and work at it until it's done right. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. The elevator to success is out of order. You'll have to use the stairs, one step at a time. Be a positive energy trampoline, absorb what you need and rebound more back. People often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing, that's why we recommend it daily. I am so clever that sometimes I don't understand a single word of what I am saying. Life is like a sewer. What you get out of it depends on what you put into it. I always wanted to be somebody, but now I realize I should have been more specific. Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence win championships. Individual commitment to a group effort, that is what makes a team work, a company work, a society work, a civilization work. Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success. Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. Remember, teamwork begins by building trust. And the only way to do that is to overcome our need for invulnerability. I invite everyone to choose forgiveness rather than division, teamwork over personal ambition. Just one small positive thought in the morning can change your whole day. Opportunities don't happen, you create them. Love your family, work super hard, live your passion. It is never too late to be what you might have been. Don't let someone else's opinion of you become your reality. If you're not positive energy, you're negative energy. I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions. Do the best you can. No one can do more than that. If you can dream it, you can do it. Do what you can, with what you have, where you are. The greatest discovery of my generation is that a human being can alter his life by altering his attitudes. One of the differences between some successful and unsuccessful people is that one group is full of doers, while the other is full of wishers. I'd rather regret the things I've done than regret the things I haven't done. You cannot plow a field by turning it over in your mind. To begin, begin. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. Mondays are the start of the work week, which offer new beginnings 52 times a year. Be miserable. Or motivate yourself. Whatever has to be done, it's always your choice. Your Monday morning thoughts set the tone for your whole week. See yourself getting stronger, and living a fulfilling, happier and healthier life. You can get everything in life you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want. Inspiration does exist, but it must find you working. Don't settle for average. Bring your best to the moment. Then, whether it fails or succeeds, at least you know you gave all you had. Show up, show up, show up, and after a while the muse shows up, too. Don't bunt. Aim out of the ballpark. Aim for the company of immortals. I have stood on a mountain of no's for one yes. If you believe something needs to exist, if it's something you want to use yourself, don't let anyone ever stop you from doing it. Don't look at your feet to see if you're doing it right. Just dance. Someone's sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. True freedom is impossible without a mind made free by discipline. Rivers know this. There is no hurry. We shall get there someday. Small is not just a stepping stone. Small is a great destination itself. He that can have patience can have what he will. The only one who can tell you you can't win is you, and you don't have to listen. Set your goals high, and don't stop till you get there. Take your victories, whatever they may be, cherish them, use them, but don't settle for them. If there is no struggle, there is no progress. Courage is like a muscle. We strengthen it by use. More is lost by indecision than wrong decision. If the highest aim of a captain were to preserve his ship, he would keep it in port forever. Keep a little fire burning, however small, however hidden. You'll never get bored when you try something new. There's really no limit to what you can do. I think it's intoxicating when somebody is so unapologetically who they are. You can never leave footprints that last if you are always walking on tiptoe. If you don't like the road you're walking, start paving another one. If it makes you nervous, you're doing it right. What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. I choose to make the rest of my life the best of my life. In order to be irreplaceable, one must always be different. Anything can make me stop and look and wonder, and sometimes learn. People's passion and desire for authenticity is strong. A surplus of effort could overcome a deficit of confidence. Doubt is a killer. You just have to know who you are and what you stand for. No one changes the world who isn't obsessed. I learned a long time ago that there is something worse than missing the goal, and that's not pulling the trigger. Some people want it to happen, some wish it would happen, others make it happen. First, forget inspiration. Habit is more dependable. Habit will sustain you whether you're inspired or not. Habit will help you finish and polish your stories. Inspiration won't.